And you know what? They did it all. No thanks to you, because you weren't here.
I appreciate that, Fiona. But I'm here now.
He doesn't even know who you are.
I'm his mother.
You are my mother, too.
This sentence is like a thorn stuck in my heart, and it has been there for more than a decade. Every time I think of Monica's face, which is both familiar and strange, an overwhelming sense of exhaustion and a deep-seated sadness well up inside me. I'm Fiona, the eldest daughter of the Gallagher family, and I can be considered the only relatively sane adult in the family. Every day when I open my eyes, there are endless bills to pay, and an empty refrigerator that can never be filled. My love for these little rascals is an instinct engraved in my bones. They are my responsibility, my whole world. And what's more, they are the shackles that I can't remove from my youth, and my parents have always been the two biggest sources of disasters in my life. In order to keep the children by my side and prevent them from being taken away by the welfare agency, I applied to become their legal guardian, which also means that I have completely given up the last bit of possibility of freedom in my youth.
I've done what I could to help raise my siblings. I wish I could have done more. I'm not asking for your pity or your admiration. I just want to be able to give these kids everything that they deserve because they're great kids and they deserve better.
In such an environment, I met Steve Jimmy, or whatever his name was. He burst into my bleak life like a ray of light, driving luxury cars, wearing decent clothes, charming and generous. He showed me a life I had never experienced before. He who is so considerate also gave a brand new washing machine and even helped me deal with family troubles, letting me temporarily forget the filth and chaos of the South Side. I thought I had found the one who could take me away from all this. I fell for him unreservedly, willing to ignore the red flags for him, his questionable sources of money, his occasional evasiveness.
Cardi, you'd ask
No,
me.
you have known from day one what you were getting into with me.
Right, I got sucked into your world. I bent to your rules. I just assumed that we'd eventually decide how to move forward together like couples do, but there never was we. What have I been doing? Cooking, cleaning, laundry, living in a goddamn slum.
A slum?
I was so desperate for love that I chose to believe the beautiful illusion he spun, but his repeated betrayals and disappearances shattered my trust in love.
It's Steve. Leave some words.
Last message. I promise. Wherever you are. Bye.
Reality forced me to keep moving like a wind-up machine, working even harder, just to give this family a slightly decent future. Amidst this endless hustle, a completely different kind of man entered my life. Mike, the owner of a company called Global Cup. He offered me an office job, but more than that, he gave me respect and care. With Mike, I finally felt like I could catch my breath. He did not care about my background, admired my hard work, and made plans for our future. I clearly know that Mike is the purest light I've ever met in my life. However, driven by alcohol and the impulse of self-destruction, I unexpectedly slept with Mike's brother Robbie, a man who is equally uninhibited and exudes a dangerous aura. Even until we broke up, Mike kept saying that I wasn't interesting enough.
I'm the one who's sorry, by the way.
Why?
I'm not more interesting.
You are.
I'm really not. I hold down a job, look after my family, care about telling the truth. Sorry, those aren't selling points.
That overwhelming sense of powerlessness and disgust with myself nearly consumed me. Life kept hitting me with one blow after another, and then something happened that I could never forgive myself for. Liam, my youngest brother, accidentally ingested my cocaine. That moment was darker than any heartbreak or job loss. Because of my stupidity and recklessness, I almost killed him. It also put me in the danger of going to prison. This family is already on the verge of collapse and can't afford to lose me. However, Lip doesn't understand my despair and only blames me for being selfish.
This is all about you.
Yes, it's about me. Okay, because it's never about me, and I'm finally making it about me.
So what, I'm supposed to drop out of school while you do 5 years?
I'm not guilty!
Liam almost died! And that was you! All fucking you! Your coke, your boyfriend, your fucked up life!
It's not mine! All right?
It was like a slap in the face that finally woke me up. I forced myself into rehab, did community service, and tried my best to follow my parole officer rules. During that time, I rushed into a marriage with Gus, the musician, as if checking off a task. And Jimmy always shows up when I'm least on my guard, dragging me back into the whirlpool of lies and chaos. I really didn't expect that. Even though so much time has passed, I still can't forget Jimmy. I can no longer bear this endless tug of war and illusory hope. Finally, I made up my mind and asked Jimmy to let me go, and also to let myself go.
But I need something else now.
Gus?
I don't know. But I know it's not you. You have to let me go. You have to let me let you go. I need you to do that for me.
Take care of yourself, Fiona Gallagher.
You take care of yourself.
Love seems to be nothing but a disaster for me. I don't know what else I can believe in. After a complete farewell to the past, the pie shop has become my only haven. Working at the pie shop started as just a way to scrape by and meet parole requirements. But it was in this unremarkable place that I met Sean. Like me, he carried a past that he didn't want to talk about. There seemed to be an invisible pull between us. In our struggles, we saw each other's shadows, and also the possibility of a new beginning. His calmness and diligence gave me a sense of stability that I hadn't felt for a long time. But he didn't know that I was married before.
Oh, you're married. So, you're married.
I think I'm in love with you. And I'm pretty sure you're in love with me too.
Gus seems like a good guy.
Something is going on with us. We both know it.
I don't want to be that shithead who's sleeping with some nice guy's wife, okay? I've been that guy, hiding in the closet.
What if Gus and I split up?
Don't do it because of me.
My betrayal of Gus is like the song he wrote for me, with every note ruthlessly exposing my despicability and wretchedness. When Sean proposed to me, I said yes. At the moment when I put on the wedding dress, I almost believed that happiness was truly within my reach. Then, on the goddamn wedding day, that piece of shit Frank dropped the bomb. Sean had been using the whole time.
How many hits did it take you this morning? How many did you think it was going to take you to get through all this wedding shit?
Is it true?
Oh, he's a junkie through and through, your husband-to-be. I'm surprised we're not better friends, Sean. We have so much in common.
At that moment, all my hopes and all my longings vanished into thin air in an instant. There I stood in my white dress, the whole goddamn room staring as my fairy tale wedding turned into a circus act.
Fiona. Take care of yourself, okay?
Watching Sean bolt like a coward. Didn't even cry, just felt this icy numbness crawling under my skin like I'd been hollowed out. After experiencing failure and setbacks time and time again, I became more tenacious and also more cold and hard-hearted. I channeled all my energy into making money, because I know that in this shitty world, only money can give me a little bit of pitiful sense of security. To this end, I convened a family meeting and told everyone that I had a new life plan.
Because I have a plan for my life. And I can't do it if I'm getting a call every 5 minutes about one of you. And just so we're clear, I am just as likely as anyone else in this family to make something of myself. And it's about time you got that, you arrogant shit.
I started to think and act like a real, successful person. Life seems to be finally moving in a positive direction, but peace is always short-lived. Before long, another surprise came. Monica died. Completely withdrew from our lives in a way that was not at all unexpected. Around the time of the funeral, Frank actually tried to sugarcoat Monica's departure, saying that her soul was free and that she loved us. Listening to his blatant distortion of the truth, the anger and grievances that had been pent up for more than 20 years burst out instantly.
I was 9! 9 and taking care of you. Taking care of all of us. I was in 4th grade, dragging your ass, passed out, in from the yard, so you wouldn't freeze to death. Staying up all night with Ian when he had chicken pox. I washed Carl's shitty diapers. I picked lice out of Liam's hair. And I was here when Debbie got her first period. Not Monica. Me.
After this outburst, I've become more and more like Frank, willing to do whatever it takes for personal gain. In order to make the environment around the apartment building I newly acquired nicer, I had a huge argument with Ian.
What the fuck? No! I am not doing this with you again today. We are both fucking adults. Come on, I know you're pissed. I know you're pissed!
Ian simply can't understand my ambition to strive upward regardless of everything. Maybe it's because I desperately want to make a name for myself and get rid of this shitty life that I ran into Ford, an architect who seems steady and mature. He gave me a lot of advice regarding my career. I invested all my savings and even took the risk of borrowing from loan sharks to invest in a new real estate project. However, reality dealt me a harsh blow once again. Not only did Ford deceive me emotionally, but he also had a family of his own.
Is Ford here?
I got this, Patty.
He said Patty was your mother. I'm his wife. Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot. Take your fucking hands off my car!
Fiona!
To make matters worse, my investment failed, and I was left with a huge debt. Overnight, I went from a female boss with a promising future to hitting rock bottom once more. I lost the laundromat and the apartment building. I don't even have a fucking place to live soon. Debbie, the little girl who once needed my care, has grown into the new backbone. She manages everything with an almost cold-blooded efficiency. Debbie gave me an ultimatum.
Jesus! The bills are under my name now. That water you're using, we're paying for that. So until you repay us what we've been paying you for the last 3 months, plus your share of rent for the last 3 months, plus what it costs for me to get shit turned back on, I don't really feel like sharing my water with you.
In the very home that I once risked my life to protect, I have actually become a tenant who has to pay to stay. It feels like being stabbed by the person closest to me. And Li Pu is the same. I don't know what's wrong with him. He actually told me to get out just for an outsider.
I'm his sponsor. You just got my sponsee fucking drunk.
He didn't say he was your...
100 days! He was sober!
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No, you didn't care enough to know. Listen to me. I want you out of this fucking house.
I've completely lost control during this period. I started drinking heavily, more seriously than ever before. I became acerbic and irritable, like a wounded beast lashing out at everyone around me who tried to get close. And my life has completely lost its direction. When I thought I would completely sink and rot in this quagmire, I never expected that it would be Frank who finally woke me up, and in an extremely ironic way.
You're a bad drunk.
Oh, well, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black.
No, I am telling you there are good drunks and bad drunks. A good drunk is fun. A bad drunk wants to have a fight. A good drunk lives in the present. A bad drunk is thinking about yesterday. It's all about gas and the brakes. Bottoms up.
It was as if fate was a prearranged script. Just as I was being pushed to the edge of the cliff, that previous investment partner, perhaps out of his last bit of pity, bought out my already trapped retirement shares. The $100,000 was neither too much nor too little, and it was exactly the ticket for me to start anew. This family already has a new backbone, and the children have grown up. They are no longer the fledglings who need my constant care. It's time for me to leave. I left half of my money to this family as a reserve fund, and this is the last time I fulfill my duty for them. Before leaving this once chaotic home, I looked at Frank, my father, who gave me life, but also brought me endless pain and troubles. There was a rare clarity in his eyes. He seemed to sense that the parting was approaching, and for the first time he didn't talk nonsense.
You did a good job. Monica wasn't up to it. You stepped in and helped. Thanks.
These words were spoken softly from his mouth, but they hit my heart heavily. There was a kind of absurd and unreal feeling, yet they faintly touched the sense of approval that I had been longing for in my subconscious for almost half of my life. Well, Frank, let's consider this rare moment of your sobriety at having drawn a scribbled but truly meaningful end to my ups and downs journey in the South Side. Well, goodbye, Frank. Goodbye, the South Side. This heavy shackle called responsibility has finally been removed by my own hands at this moment. The road ahead is vast, and I have no idea what awaits me. But I know very clearly that I can finally live for myself once. The longing for happiness in my heart has never faded away. Perhaps in some sunny corner that I've never imagined, the peace that truly belongs to me is quietly waiting for me